Hey guys, Atlas Loves Geckos here. You may have first of all noticed that I've had a name change. That is actually true. My name is Atlas now, but this is part 2 to the house tutorial in Minecraft, and if you remember in the last video, we got all the exterior and interior walls and flooring done for the downstairs, including the conservatory. In this video, we are doing the upstairs exterior and interior walls and the little roofs over this part of the house and this part of the house. And then that'll be it for this video, as well as the floors inside. Oh, and the ceilings as well. So the blocks you'll need for everything is bricks, white stained glass, pale oak doors, block of raw iron, pale moss block, dead fire coral block, light grey wool and grey wool. Now, the upstairs is a lot easier than the downstairs, as it is basically just a large square. So, come to the front corner of this part of the house here, the room with the diagonal slanted wall. Come to the corner, and go to the right of the house, towards the porch and the gate and the room at the front. Go 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Is that right? No, that's not right. No, the front is 19 in total. So across the front is 19, and then come to the block you just placed on the right hand side of the wall, which should leave the 2 blocks sticking out here. Leave this open for now. Come to here and then go towards the back of the house, another 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And that should leave 2 blocks. And now just simply build over to the left side of the house and then connect them up. This is the layer for the floor of the second floor. And I made a mistake when marking out, so it's going to be a little difficult to build this. So, yeah, where should we start? Yeah, so back of the house with the conservatory, on the right side of it, so you have this little 1x2 room beneath you. Come to, on the inside of the walls, this block here, go 2 blocks to the right, so you're standing on the wall, on the left side wall of the 1x2 room downstairs, and bring this wall back another, well, technically forwards, but another, is that 6? 1, 2, 3, yeah, 6, like so, and then just place another one there. This is the layer for the floor. Yeah, so this is the layer for the floors, don't forget. So you can raise everything up by 1 block immediately, but after we get all the wall marking outs, we'll be doing the floors and then the walls, and then after that the windows and then the small roofs at the front and back. So for now, just do the walls. And then, so now come back to that 6 that you placed, and come to the left of it by another 4, which should take you in line with the last step here. Leave a block gap and place 1, and then come back towards the front of the house with another, and then going towards the back of the house, just bring it back to the wall again. Come back to that 1 that you placed that's in line with the last stair here, and then leave a gap and place 1, and then leave a gap and place 1, and take that second one all the way back to the wall. Leave a 3 block gap, and then pull this all the way forwards until you're at the step, and then bring it in 1 on the last block. And then that just leaves, so the single block here that has the 2 blocks either side, just pull that back to the wall. And just like that, that is all of the upstairs interior walls layout done. So what we're going to do now is the floor. So for the landing, actually wait, no it's not, hang on. So come back to the 1x3 area here, basically the landing area. So you come up the stairs, go all the way to the front of the house again, without going through any doors. This area here, count on the wall on the inside to the 4th block. 1, 2, 3. This one here, on the right hand side, pull it out by 2. So there's a 1 block gap here, which then makes actually all of the rooms done now. So now we can start on the flooring. So the floorings are block of raw iron, pale moss block, dead fire coral block, light grey wool, and grey wool. We'll start with the grey wool as it's because it's the smallest room. If I go to the prototype, you'll see it's literally that 3x3 room. So come down. You don't need to go a block lower. On the same block, on the same layer that you've just placed all these bricks, fill in the area, including the block that the door will go on. So you'll have that, and then we'll do the room on the front left here. So from the block where the door will be going for the 3x3 room, go forwards 2 and left 1, and then basically fill in this entire room's floor with the light grey wool. And then how big is this room? 1, 2, 3, 4. The 2x5 room at the back right of the house, the first room that we started with, fill in the floor with dead fire coral block, and then the room directly next to that on the left as well. Did I do the doorways for those? I can't remember, hang on. Yes and no. Okay, so for the 2x10 room, you use the dead fire coral on the door, but then you use the pale moss from the doorway of the room next to it all the way across the rest of the landing. Like that, making sure to leave all of the part above the stairs open. Otherwise, I mean, yes, you can get down like this, but with the ceiling going on afterwards, you wouldn't be able to. So just this small area here. And then we'll do the largest room now. From the door, basically the entire flooring is raw block of iron. So after you've filled that, that is one more room, and what block? I can't remember. Hang on. Is that pale moss again? Yes. Okay, so grab out your pale moss again, and basically just fill the rest of this room up. Because after we've got this, that's all the floors in it, and then, so obviously the block with the floor doesn't count as a block of the wall. So what you're going to do is build another 4 blocks of wall all the way across. I'll do one wall and do a jump cut to show you how it would look like partially done, and then just come back. So basically you add another 4 blocks of height all the way around. Okay, so you should now have this, which does look a mess actually, but it will look okay eventually. So we'll do the doors next, just because it'll be easier. So come to the 2x5 room at the back right of the house and place a door with the hinges on the left. So it opens inwards like that. And then the door closest to it, this one here, hinges on the right, like that. The door to the 5x5 room is on hinges on the left, followed by the one closest to that being on the right, and then the left, so they're kind of facing in towards each other, like that, even though they're blocking between them. And then the final door goes, I'm going off memory here, on the left. Hinges on the left, so it opens inwards like this. So now we have all the doors. In fact, you can get rid of the floor blocks, we won't need them ever again anymore. But what you're going to grab next is polished blackstone slabs, stairs and blocks. Everything's searched the right thing. There we go. So on the bits that still stick out, the 2 thick areas that stick out on both the front and the back of the house, place stairs along the front block all the way along. Then on the side blocks, place polished blackstone blocks. The one in the middle, however, you place just a regular stone brick, because on top of those blocks and all the way across is slabs to make a small slanted roof. And it's the exact same on the back. Block there, block there. There's no brick block in the middle this time though. But there is still the stairs and slabs going over the top and front. Actually, wait, no. Place bricks all the way along underneath, further back. Did I do that in the front? I can't. By looks things I did. So the porch's ceiling is actually only 3 high. So basically just place blocks all the way along there. So basically the ceiling's adjacent to the window like that. How's the ceiling going there? Oh yeah. So now we've got the roofs done, it's time for the ceilings. So what you want is polished diorite slabs and stairs. Then after we get the ceilings on, so you want to go down to the ground floor for this. And basically, everywhere that you see the ceiling, just place them over the top. Did I? No, I didn't. Yeah, no, I didn't. There's a different pattern in here though. So, place slabs along the first 4 blocks, and on the 5th block you place stairs, and then slabs again on the. So basically, from the back of the room, furthest away from the window, you do a 4x4 of polished diorite slabs, then a row of stairs, then slabs on the bottom half of that block. I'm just going to check to make sure that's right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So yeah, that then brings the ceiling down to the just above the window in that room, as you can see. Then in the living room, again, this one is simple. It's just covering the whole ceiling, really. But whatever you do, don't use full blocks for the ceiling, because that would just remove so much room for like headspace. Use slabs for this scale specifically. I am planning on doing a larger scale eventually, but for now we're going to focus on this one. But yeah, just slabs for the ceiling. And obviously when we come to the lighting, the ceiling lights, we will have to put another slab. But now for the kitchen, this little room here, there is one slight difference. But for now we'll just fill in the entire ceiling, because that's all we need to do for this area. Don't forget the areas back here as well. They also need the slab ceilings as well. So after I filled in the ceiling, I'm going to have to go check on the prototype, because I can't remember exactly where I did the beam. But in the kitchen there is a beam going overhead that hangs on what I think it's here, but I'm going to have to check first just in case. Yes, it is, okay. So, back in the kitchen, the door, you have a block and then the gap and then another column. Remember the gap of 3 that we left in part 1. The second column, the one that leads into the 1x2 room and the 3x4 room and then to the back door, just place another row of slabs all the way from front to back, and that creates the beam. And that should be everywhere actually for the ceilings. But if I've missed anywhere, it's more than likely just going to be just like slabs over the entire top. But anyway, yeah, so now we can work on the windows, and that should be it actually for this part. So the easiest place to start would be, yeah, so how big is this room? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 by 8 room, the front left room, the one with the light grey carpet. Make sure to leave a 3-block gap up, and then it's literally directly above the window for the room below it, like that. Then go from the right of it, go to the 5th block, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then on the 5th and 6th blocks, 2 blocks high, break out and place. And then there's a 2-block gap in between, the exact same thing here. And then at the back of the house, well, if we go from the inside it'd be easier. So the 2x5 room, on the left hand side there's a 1x2 window going like that. And then in the 5x5 room with the dead fire coral, go from the left side wall instead of the right, and then just go in by one and then take out a 2x2. And then this one, to accommodate for the interior, I had to do it slightly off of actually how it is in real life. But it's basically those 8 there. So there's a 1 block gap on the right hand side wall, 3 blocks in from the left, and it's just a 2x4 again. So that is it for this video. Actually, we have done quite a bit. Actually, we've done the front and back roofs, we've done the walls, we've done the doors, we've done the floors, we've done the ceilings, and we've done the windows. So the next part will be the downstairs interior, and then the upstairs interior in part 4, and possibly the roof in part 4 as well if there's time. But if there's not, it'll be part 5. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.